I have to apologize to you today. I made a mistake on a story. I got a story wrong, and I want to fix it today. Donald Trump has been floating the idea of cutting the employee side of the payroll tax for the rest of the year as a way to get more money in people's pockets, people earning under $138,000 per year. I have multiple times said I was supportive of this idea because it is true that it would, in the immediate, put money back in the pockets of workers earning under $138,000 a year. But I was wrong to support it. I was wrong. And I'm going to explain why today. Now, for people who don't know why or what the payroll tax is, if you are a normal W-2 employee, you don't work for yourself, you're not a small business owner, you just work somewhere like most people do. You and your employer share some taxes that come off of your payroll up until you earn $137,700 per year. Once you get to $137,700 per year, you no longer pay these taxes. There are two taxes, 12.4% towards Social Security and 2.9% for Medicare, okay? It only is on the first $137,700 a year that you earn. That is a total 12.4 and 2.9. That's about 15.3%. The worker pays half and the employer pays half. So the 15.3% is split 7.65% for you, 7.65% for the employer. Trump's idea was, let's suspend the employee half, 7.65%, through the end of the year. But you would have to pay for it when you file your taxes in 2021 for this year. So it is not a cut, it is a tax holiday. Now, initially I said, listen, I do like it because it puts money directly back in the hands of people earning under $138,000 a year right now. It is not a tax cut for the rich, and I thought it was a good idea. I was wrong to support it for three different reasons. And most importantly, this is another way to actually backhandedly weaken Social Security and Medicare. And I want to go through each of these reasons one by one. So three parts here. Number one, the people who are in the roughest shape right now are the 35-ish million people who lost their jobs. If you lost your job, you're not paying a payroll tax because you don't have a job. So 7.65% tax holiday off the payroll tax for people who aren't on any payroll is not useful at all. Second, the people who do have jobs are mostly earning the same amount of money. Now, I'm not saying they wouldn't love not to pay this 7.65%, but you've got 35 million people that straight up lost their jobs. So to them, the payroll tax holiday doesn't make a difference. Most people, fortunately for now, are still working and have not seen a decrease in pay. Some people are still working but have seen a decrease in pay, but it is not that many people. The bulk of the workers right now have not seen a decrease in pay or are completely unemployed and thus unaffected by a payroll tax holiday. And then number three, it is only a tax holiday. This is not a tax cut. If you earn $100,000, for example, in a year, that means in the second half of the year, you would expect to earn about $50,000. For now, saving 7.65% puts $3,800 back in your pocket. But it is only a tax holiday. When you file your taxes in 2021 and you punch in how much you've paid for Social Security and Medicare, TurboTax or whatever, your accountant, whoever, will spit out, hey, that $3,800 you didn't pay in the second half of 2020, you've got to pay it back in right now because it was only a tax holiday. So doing this payroll tax cut would target a relatively small group. It would deprive the government of $950 billion in revenue through the end of the year. It would weaken Social Security and Medicare, which could then open the door to dirty tricks from people like Trump and Larry Kudlow and others to say, hey, we got to do something with Social Security and Medicare. We don't have that much money because of the tax holiday you put in place. And you've still got to pay it back next year. So we can't let them do it. I apologize that I was supportive of this early on. Given everything we now know, I cannot in good conscience support this. And I'm sorry that I suggested that it would have been a good idea. We're going to continue following this on Instagram. Our Instagram is David Pakman Show. You can also follow me on Instagram personally at david.pakman. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.